Hey, seventh graders. This week is all about division of rational numbers. Learning target, you will be able to divide rational numbers. And the thinking target is as mathematicians, we will look for and make use of structure so I can see and understand how numbers are organized and put together as parts and wholes. We are going to make the connection between multiplication, which was last week, and division this week. We should recognize that multiplication and division are very connected. They are inverse operations of each other. And so we're going to use what we know about multiplication and apply it to division problems. So just as a reminder from last week, we know that multiplication has the same meaning as it always has. It is the number of groups times the size of the group gives us the total. Or the other way around, the size of the group times the number of groups equals the total. In our picture here, we have 8 negative chips, okay, because they're red. How many groups are there? There's 4. What's the size of one of those groups? -2. So we can write a multiplication equation that connects to this image, and that would be -2 times 4, or the other way around, right? 4 times -2 equals -8, our total. We're going to take this idea and now apply it to division. Well, guess what? Division still has the same meaning as it always has. We take the total, we divide it by the number of groups. So we're trying to fit something into the total. Like, how many times does this fit into this? That meaning still is the same. So the total divided by number of groups equals the size of the group, or the other way around. The total divided by the size of the group we want gives us the number of groups. Here's a picture of those same -8 chips, okay, because they're red. So I've got -8 here. And now I can take that total and divide it into certain size, certain number of groups if I want. So in this example, I'm putting them into 4 groups, and the size of the group is -2. I could have done this differently. I could have grouped them differently, as long as they are equal size groups, right? And the equation that matches this is -8 divided by 4 equals -2. Like I said, I could have done it the other way around and put them into maybe 2 groups of size -4. This fraction bar, we want to start to recognize is division. So that's why I chose to show it with a division symbol. Okay. All right, so now let's see what happens when we connect multiplication and division using our background knowledge of fact families. Right here it says, find the missing values in the equations. These are multiplication equations. Pause the video right now and try to figure out the question mark unknowns. How did you do? Here are the solutions. Did you get them right? Again, this was from last week, but now we're going to take this and connect it to division. My challenge to you is, can you change those same equations, those multiplication ones in number 1, into division equations using the same numbers and fact families? Try it out. Okay, here they are. Look at A. It starts with -12, right? We start with the total in division, and we take that -12 and we divide it by 4, and it would equal -3. Or we could take the -12, divide it by the -3, and we would get 4. Take a look at B and C and make sense of how these division equations relate to the original multiplication ones. Hopefully you're seeing some connections here. So here are the rules. Guess what? They are the same as the multiplication rules. How nice is that? And the reason why is because multiplication and division are connected. They are inverse operations. So when they have the same sign, so positive divided by positive is a positive, or negative divided by negative also equals a positive, same sign, positive quotient. When the signs are different, negative divided by positive or other way around, positive divided by a negative, the quotient will be negative, just like the multiplication rules. Here are some more examples just to kind of look over. It shows us the rules, but using actual equations. And now what we're going to do is we are going to take these rules and just apply it to division. The division process, you guys, does not change. Okay, so it's still the same strategies that we've always used when we divide numbers, just so you know. So that doesn't change either. Okay, so now the next video is going to be fractions and decimals and kind of taking a look at how we divide those types of quantities.